Hi, my name's Gary Stuart with the Constellation Healing Institute. Well, I've been doing this quite a long time, 25 years this year, and my skill set's gotten so sharp I came up with the Miracle Zone constellation. And actually, Bert Hellinger used to do a fireside chat after 12 to 15 hours of doing constellations with a group of 100 to 150 people, and he would just give them the healing sentences that they needed to address the systemic aspect, the personal aspect, the victim aspect, and just a short healing sentences, or he would give them the sentence, he'd say it and say, you're done, that's all you needed. But I have the clients say it because they're speaking for the ancestors who didn't have a voice, and most people don't realize the trauma they're carrying is not theirs, it belongs to another generation. We think it's ours because we have their DNA, but guess what? We have snippets of their DNA, and they're finding out through the science of epigenetics that we can carry the PTSD from another generation without having the traumatic experience. Well, the quantum field is the whole of everything. So you could say the entire universe is the quantum field, but human beings are mini quantum fields. So we're like a drop in the universe, and we're part of the bigger universe. So the sum is greater than the parts, but the irony is the parts make up the sum. So with the quantum field, constellations go into that conscious field we inherited that encompasses everything our ancestors and our DNA went through. I personally believe in past lives as well, so I think there's hidden dimensions even inside of us from our own past life experience, plus our family experience, and the larger universe that we all inhabit. So quantum field would be a more modern way to describe holistic healing. And we use that to our advantage because in some ways, the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. And we use that to access the past of your ancestors so we can finally resolve what they suffered with. And I sincerely believe we're healing heaven and earth at the same time. Well, a lot of people ask me, one of the first slides on my About Constellations on my website is, what if the pain you're carrying is not your own? Now, someone had advertised that in LA 25 years ago, and I said, I need to learn this, and I was so excited to learn it. But what it really means is if your, say, great-grandmother suffered in silence being a rape victim, or abused in a Holocaust, or died of starvation in the famine, we would carry those traits in our DNA because all of us basically are recycled human beings with bits of DNA from two family systems, our paternal line and our maternal line. So the pain we're carrying, we would have resonance with the ancestor who went through the same trauma or drama. So what if we can create a healthy boundary and let go of the past, speak the truth, let go of the past and honor the past because we're here because they won, they succeeded. No one lost or we wouldn't be alive. So why don't we honor what they did do rather than cry over the spilled milk what they didn't do? So letting the past be finished means you can move forward into the future they dreamed of having before trauma got in the way. Well, there's lots of therapies out there. Constellations may not be for everyone, even though it does work quite efficiently. And whatever floats your boat is what you should do. If it's psychotherapy, if it's laying on a leather couch, Freudian style, go for it. Whatever you're drawn to is best for you. And you might try 10 modalities before landing. I did. I was doing different therapies for 45 years before I discovered constellations, and I had to wipe the slate clean. Energy showed up that I had no idea was underneath all the trauma that I was carrying, being an abused child, and then going back in time, the abuse my parents had from the grandparents and the great-grandparents. It gave you a real holistic look at your entire family system, living and dead. So what I love about constellations is we get to the core truth. The universe doesn't mess around, and if you're there for that type of healing, the universe will actually show you, really in a descending order, what trauma needs to be healed first, what needs to be let go and processed first, then you can do this, and that. I do not decide that. My goal is to help the client. We harness the universal field of consciousness, which in other videos I've called the quantum field, and we use that to finish the past so we can be fully present, fully alive, facing our future with power and strength. The irony, that's what your ancestors wanted as well. So it's our opportunity with our day in the sun to maximize our entire life until it's our time to go.